next year, the Superman sequel comes out, Man of Tomorrow, and they're shooting it right now. And there's been some casting rumors.
Okay.
One of them being that they're looking for the Wonder Woman that we're going to have for the DCU, and that she's going to appear in Man of Tomorrow. The reason why people think that is because DC put out that they're casting for a character named Maxima, character I'm not familiar with, not a big character in the comics, but her description is very similar to a description for somebody that would be cast as Wonder Woman. And so people are starting to think they're going to put Wonder Woman in Man of Tomorrow. We're going to get introduced to them, and that's actually who they're casting. Most of the names on the list of people that they're thinking about casting are smaller names. The biggest one being Adria Arjona, who I think most notoriety from Andor. She was Cassian Andor's love interest early on in the season.
Trying to picture the face in my head.
She's Latin, kind of has wavy hair.
So it looks like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I wonder what she looks like.
So a lot of people are hoping that it's her. She is on the short side. I think she's like 5'5" or 5'6", and Wonder Woman is typically a taller person, but they can make it work. However, it's not like Gandalf was really that tall in real life, and they still made him look huge. People are thinking that Wonder Woman is going to be in Man of Tomorrow, which kind of sets expectations a little high. And another thing that people are thinking about is that Adria Arjona was in a James Gunn movie before as part of the main cast. She was in this movie called The Belko Experiment, which is kind of like a thriller horror movie that James Gunn did 15 years ago.
He was pulling a Tim Burton.
And yeah, James Gunn is very I feel like he pulls from the same batch of people. So a lot of people think that's her. Matthew Lillard shared a picture of him and James Gunn.
Okay.
And it looks like they were on set. So it looks like Matthew Lillard is also going to be in Man of Tomorrow. Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea who he's going to play.
Who do you think?
I'm not sure. A lot of people online have been saying that he's going to be playing either like Plastic Man or Elongated Man, which would kind of make sense.
Okay, I could see it a little bit. He's got that lengthiness to him.
Yeah, that's funny. And I could see it too because Plastic Man is
strongest character in all of DC.
Right, and that'd be hilarious. It's Matthew Lillard. I feel like he has the chops to pull it off, but there's a team in the comics called the Terrifics, led by Mr. Terrific. Yep. It has Metamorpho in it, and it also has Plastic Man.
And that's already been announced that Mr. Terrific's getting a little bit more.
So if we do get him as Plastic Man, that would kind of make sense. A lot of other people, though, are also thinking he might just be playing like a random person at the Daily Planet. It's not like a hero. It might just
who I'd like to see him as?
Okay.
Strangely enough, I think he'd make a really good Riddler.
Yeah, Bailey has said that he could be the Riddler.
I did say that. That was my first thought.
Yeah, like if they haven't introduced Batman yet, but I think he'd be a really good Riddler.
I could see that. My only concern is I feel like he'd portray it similarly to like how Jim Carrey did his Riddler. And so I don't know if we get too campy. Might be too campy.
I don't think so because I loved him in Scream. Like he was
fantastic.
One of like the shining stars of like especially the original Scream. I also loved who he portrayed in Daredevil, like that kind of like
amazing performance
in Daredevil. Also, he was in season 2 of an Amazon show called Cross, which is like a black detective kind of like going up against these serial killers type thing, and he played a guy. I never even finished the season yet, but he's good at like the more serious roles. So I'm curious how he would kind of. If he would bring a little bit of that like more serious nature to the role.
I mean, look at him in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie as well. Both of those movies,
Are they good?
They're genuinely good. And I think Matthew Lillard is absolutely phenomenal in them.
Okay.
I think Matthew Lillard's performance in FNAF and Daredevil are very similar. And I think the reason he works so good as a villain is because he looks so barely contained. Like he has like some level of craziness.
You can tell,
him.
like he has this very relatability almost, where you're like, oh, this is just a dude.
Yeah.
You know, like he's just a guy. He has nothing going on, but in reality, he's very good at like. Secretly, he is pulling some strings, and you don't know what or where.
And he can hold power in some way.
Yeah.
I think that also ties all the way back to Scream for sure, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I could definitely see it being, just physically speaking, in Gotham, Edward Nygma was like this skinnier, lankier guy.
Yeah.
And so I could definitely see a Riddler situation going on there. I'm really excited to see him, but
I do love the guy who played Riddler in Gotham. He's one of my favorites.
He was great, right?
Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
But seeing Matthew Lillard casted in this movie, maybe a hero, maybe it is Plastic Man, and the rumors that we are getting Wonder Woman and Man of Tomorrow, and the rumors that we're getting Jon Stewart and Man of Tomorrow, with the cast from Superman returning, including Hawkgirl.
So what I'm hearing is
this a problem with the movie being overcast? Too many people? Are we going into a Spider-Man 3 problem? Are we going into an Amazing Spider-Man 2 problem? Too many characters in the movie?
No. Nope. And the reason I say that is because I think the only issue that Spider-Man 3 had was the script was kind of crap. 1. 2, they brought 3 villains in. It's different when you're adding in villains and heroes. 1.
Okay.
Heroes don't need as much screen time. Truly. I think you can kind of show, for example, Black Adam, terrible script. Horrible writing.
Yeah.
But the moments where it showed a lot of the heroes were awesome. Incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even need any of the backstory for half the people in that movie. You just knew they were about to come in and mess stuff up.
Yeah, you see Hawkman on screen. You see Dr. Fate on screen.
10 out of 10. You just knew. You knew they were going to come in and do what they had to do. That's it.
Yeah.
But when it came to, like, Amazing Spider-Man 3, they were trying to give, like... They were trying to speed run these origin stories and stuff. Even Harry Osborn, they did a terrible job bringing him in. And then all of a sudden, he's a bad guy. Then he's a good guy. Then it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were trying too hard with a bad script, but also trying to add in too much story. I think with us, we got so much in the first Superman movie where, like, we already set the stage of Hawkgirl is a little more extreme than she needs to be. Guy Gardner, as long as he looks cool, he don't care what's going on, and he can't keep his. You know what I mean? Like they're building these characters up. I think my favorite scene in the original Superman movie was Mr. Terrific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he stole the show for a lot of people.
He stole the show. He got some awesome airtime. He got an incredible scene. Like, no, I think they're setting it up to where we're leading into the Justice Leagues. When I think of what's happening so far and Superman being the front man of it all, it is giving the old school Justice League TV show where some of those episodes had like upwards of like 30 plus heroes. It was it never felt like too much.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of people were saying that about Superman when the casting rumors were coming out. And they were like, okay, guys, this has 4 heroes already in it and Crypto. Like, when is Superman going to get any screen time? And that movie, to me at least, worked
10
out
out of 10.
great. So maybe we're doing the same thing. And James Gunn himself is known for doing ensemble films.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
He does the Guardians, and there's a bunch of people there.
He's proven himself to juggle multiple characters and to not, focus too much on one.
Yeah.
Like, think of Drax. We don't focus on Drax as much in the Guardians movies, but he's still a very pivotal character.
When he needs his moment, he gets it.
And everybody loves him.
Yeah.
So, I have faith that James Gunn knows how to juggle a cast of characters.
Suicide Squad.
Another
great example.
There was a million
it's
of them.
It's his thing. That's like his trademark.
Yeah.
Is having a found family cast of characters that
this man brought in a whole team of anti-heroes to kill off in 15 minutes. To then bring in the whole other team of heroes of people for the movie, and it didn't feel like they were rushed. You know how hard that is to bring in like 15 plus people.
Yeah, if anybody's going to do it, I think James Gunn is somebody who we can trust. But we'll find out next year, which is really exciting. That we're already getting a sequel to Superman in just 2 years later. So I'm really excited for it.